Hello guys, Mr. Silk here, and today I have a very interesting guest today. Her name is Roxani, and she is an expert in body language, specifically when it comes to those micro expressions. And those are crucial if you want to succeed with increasing your likability, which actually is the foundation of building relationships. So when you're going up to women, for example, it's not only what you say, it's also what you are doing non-verbally. So we are going to talk about this with Roxani, the expert today. And we are going to go through 5 points that is crucial for you to know. And the last point might surprise you quite a lot because it might not be as you think. Anyway, welcome to my channel, Roxani.
Thank you, Michael. I'm so happy to be here and to share these five useful tips for increasing likability in any relationship, even if it is an intimate, even if it is a workplace environment. So let's get started and dive deep because we will discuss also a little bit. The first one, it is the eyebrow flash. Let's do some eyebrow play.
Okay, let's do it. So tell us more about this number one tip, eyebrow flush.
Eyebrow flash, it is a signal of recognition. I recognize my tribe. I recognize you. I like you. I'm like you. So the word like or we are similar or I know you before, it's something that can bring people together, can make them feel more relaxed and happy. And we can use it when we first time introduce ourselves and say, hello, my name is, so we can just make a small, just a flash of eyebrow flash. This is the name. So it is it's beautiful. It is just we raise up our eyebrows in a flash, in a second, while we introduce ourselves. Even if it is a job interview, even if it is a time that we approach a woman on a bar or on the road to say, hello, I like you. You look so cute. We can do it. Or wherever we are talking to a person that we want, to an investor that will share our sales pitch. First tip, eyebrow flash while when we introduce ourselves.
So would you say that if you would compare having a neutral expression and then add eyebrow flush, would you say that that eyebrow flush would go into the other person's subconscious mind and that other person will feel based on the nonverbal cue that, wow, this guy is friendly? Is that what you mean? Like
Mm.
it's going like subconsciously for the other person?
Yes, exactly, because they will feel that you know them. They will feel that you raise your eyebrows. So it's something sudden, something a nice surprise that I know you. Subconscious, it works like that. So it's very friendly, it's cute, it's nice, it's positive. We do it while we're introducing our, with a smile, of course, always accompanied with a smile. When
So
we're,
smile and eyebrow flush is one of the most crucial tips in
yes.
the beginning. So if we just going to go in and look at it practically. So
Mm.
I'm a guy now. I'm going to approach someone. Let's say that I'm going to approach an interesting woman walking down the street. All right. I'm going up and then now I'm going to implement the
Mhm.
eyebrow flush. Would you say that before I approach and just the moment I open up, or like basically in the same time as I open up, I have a small smile, not mega, but I have a small smile in my face. And then when I open my mouth, when I'm going to say something, it will be something like, excuse me, I
Yes.
know this is spontaneous. So when you see that, that was just maybe like 3 seconds. So
It was beautiful. It was beautiful and warm and nice. Of course, you see the lady from a distance. You keep the eye contact when you are approaching a lady on the road. Okay, I know how I can feel. And then when you say, "Hello, I'm Mike. I want to share that I like you or you look cute," whatever each one, I mean, feels like to share authentically. Yes, combine it with an eyebrow flash, either in the beginning or when they say, my name is Michael.
okay, so
Either you pick one, what it comes.
okay, so eyebrow flash gives especially powerful effect in the absolute first impression. Like
Yes.
excuse me, I just wanted to say hi. I'm Michael. So that is like you just use, you're not going to have it constantly up, but you're just going to have it just in the initial state when you say, excuse me, I just had to come and say hi. I'm Michael. And that's it.
Perfect.
You don't use it more. It's more
Perfect.
like
That's
a,
it. That's it.
so there's it like a, so eyebrow flash would be like this strong, non-verbal, or what can I say, icebreaker, introduction opener. It's like a
Yes,
first
yes, yes.
impression cue. So we're going to use this first impression, 5 second, maybe use it two times, 3 seconds, basically, just in the beginning to actually enhance that powerful first impression.
Yes,
Okay, so eyebrows
yes.
frown is for the first impression, basically.
Yes, and as we say before, it was in combination with a smile, the smile with
Yeah,
the spark, the smile with a light smile that I'm approaching you because
okay.
I feel this warmth. I saw something that I like it, so that's why I smile. I'm happy to come close to you to say hello. I like you,
So
and
combine
my
it
name is
with a
like
smile.
that.
Yeah,
With
so
a
combine
smile,
it.
always the
Yeah.
smile, yes. Because just remember, the women, they have this fear that somebody maybe it's crazy or somebody maybe it's not so good, it's weird.
Mhm.
So with the smile, with the eyebrow flash, with go polite and slow, you make her feel safe. So this is, and then you can then start the conversation.
Wow, great stuff, great stuff. So now when we're talking about having the eyebrow flush together with a light smile, because we want to have that positive vibe, this friendly vibe when we're coming up, let's now talk with the second tip, which is smile with spark. Give us more information about what that actually means, smile with spark.
Smile with a spark. It is that I might be have a little bit humor, I might be a little bit playful and the conversation and looking the environment. Let's say that I'm in a cafe and I want to buy the lady a cafe that is in front of me, maybe in a nice famous chain of
Mhm.
cafes. I don't know, I don't want to name now. And then maybe I smile with a spark and I use some humor at the same time. This is a combination that I'm not like robotic and the smile is not stiff on my mm, face. So we want to elasticity. We want to show that it is genuine smile, and we use it with some conversation. Okay, we smile, we approach, but we have to share something to
Yeah.
say something. My name is La. I like this cafe. What is the type of your cafe that you are drinking? Blah blah, whatever. And we are sparking conversations with this smile. Somehow, this is leading to conversations.
So what I'm hearing is basically that when we smile, we want to do it naturally. And I believe that there are many guys out there, women, I mean, I think there's many people out there that
People.
don't smile that much, that maybe smile is something we have to practice on. Is that what you mean? So smile with
Mm.
sparks means basically a genuine smile, an authentic
Yes.
smile that just is there. And for many people, I believe that smile is somewhat artificial because if you're not used to
Mm.
smile, and even if you want to smile, you can't really smile naturally because you don't smile often, and therefore it comes across as artificial. So
Yes, yes.
how can we train to
We can
look good and
train
smile?
right now. We will train right now ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
First of all, the facial muscle should be relaxed. So that
Yeah.
means that you
Mhm.
need to have to make a massage like an apple. Let's say that we're having an
Like here.
imaginary
Mhm.
apple right here.
Okay.
So you need, because the jaw, when the jaw is this, there is a
It's stiff.
tension,
Yeah, yeah.
because stiff, and because of the stress. Because imagine when a man, a young man, or maybe an older man, doesn't matter, approach a lady, there is this stress of
Yeah.
rejection. So if you have the stress, it comes through physiology, and everything will be in tension. The heart rate will beat high, stiffness, all these facial expressions.
Hmm.
So that means that you cannot smile. But as per Dr. Paul Ekman, he said if we do the smile, even if we do it like we try, we are going to activate the emotion, again, it's not like the emotion, it comes naturally because of the experience of the stress of approaching a woman. But if we think and if we smile even a little bit, let's say we take a pencil.
Mm-mm.
If I do it with a pencil, it will come also, it will create the sense of happiness. We can do it by facial expression. We can activate also emotions. This is by Dr. Paul Ekman, psychologist in California, I think.
Okay. So would you say that for our viewers here, if we want to practice our smile, would this pen technique be very good? Let's say they're doing
Yes.
it a couple of days, exactly what Roxani is doing now. Do this, guys. Doing it a couple of times until you get the hang of it. Yes? So this is a very
Mm.
good tip to actually train the smile because I had a lot of clients that can't smile. I mean, we as human beings think that smile just come naturally, but it doesn't if in today's environment because we are stressed, we have a lot of things going on, and this natural, genuine smile that comes with the spark probably have to be trained up these days. Would you say that most people in the world today that you have encountered have to train to get the smile with a spark? Because most people just smile and it look artificial. Is that what you
Yes, and
would?
yes, I totally agree. And the people, I think, what is happening, they don't have any contact with their emotions. They have to start seeing and observing their bodily sensations and their emotions to raise this awareness, and then they will break free I don't know that, of course, they will feel stress, but at least they will have the awareness that now I feel stress. That means I have tension on my face. That means how can I approach this beautiful lady over there or this man over there, whatever, if I'm not relaxed? Because then, if I come with stress, imagine right now, I
Yeah,
have this stress. I will transfer my energetic stress to you. So
yeah.
I cannot approach anyone. I will make them feel stressed. I have to be relaxed. I have to be calm. And I have to manage my emotions to recognize. If I don't recognize, I cannot manage anything.
So would you say that by then put a conscious decision to like I have to be relaxed, I have to smile, and then you have done this exercise with the pen over and over again. Suddenly, when you actually can put a smile with spark, a natural smile with spark, you can actually put it on despite the fact that you are stressed. Would just the act of smiling in some way uh,
Mm.
subconsciously make your emotion change as well? So it's very hard to be
Yes,
angry when
yes.
you're smiling. So if I'm going to give you a genuine smile in the same time as I'm angry at you, it's a
Yeah.
conflict of signals. Because when
Mm.
I consciously make the smile, it's the brain is signaling positivity, positivity. So we're actually changing our emotional state by smiling.
Yes, and this is very smart what you are sharing. But because you said before, when I have a negative thought, if there is the thought is negative,
Mhm.
then it's going to be a mismatch. It's going to be micro expression. So it will be the smile, but at the same time, it might be a small anger.
Okay.
So then micro expressions going out. This is a
Ah,
conflict of
yeah.
emotional. What we want it is to say that, okay, I feel stress, but I will smile because I want to be calm to go to approach this lady. So this is the direction. If we have anger, if we don't like this lady, we cannot go out with a fake smile
I see.
because
I
it's the
see.
thought. We have to want to approach the lady. We want to have honest thoughts and feelings. I like her. That's
Yeah.
why so I like her. The stress is different. We're going to eliminate the stress. This is what we want.
Yeah, that's what I used to say to you guys. That's why approaching with intent is so important because it takes away the burden of feeling the stress. Because if you're going to go up to a woman and you say that, excuse me, I know this is spontaneous, but I think you look really interesting. I just want to say hi. When you coming
Beautiful.
in and saying that, you actually in some way take away the burden because you're just stating why you are there talking with her. You don't need to use extravagant word like, oh, you're beautiful, you're adorable. No, you can say, you look interesting, I just wanted to say hi. And
Yes.
then it takes away the burden a lot. It takes away the stress a lot. But if you instead go in and you're coming in with a indirect opener to hide your intent, then the stress will still be there because you
Mm.
don't really, are upfront of why you're approaching her, and then she will feel a little bit like confused. And then when you're trying to use the smile, you will still have that micro expression that is of a conflict because you didn't reveal why you are there in the first place. So that is what I believe is a very good combination with a clear intent of why you want to talk with her, together with
Yes.
that non-verbal cue. When we put that together, it's amazing, I guess.
Yes, totally right. I like it, the approach and how you summarize it so beautiful and smart. And then we're having the head tilt.
Yeah, but let's start with, because I know that before we go on to the next stage, let's give our audience two practical things they can do when it comes to the smile. We already told you about the pen, so let's give them a schedule. What she is doing now, do that. Let's say do that a couple of times a day. Do it 5 times a day. And each time you're doing it for 5 minutes. You're going to invest 25 minutes for a couple of days forward to really get that smile. So they can put the pen, try to, okay, so this is like relaxing and
Relaxing
things.
everything.
Yeah.
And there is the research. If they Google the research with the pen to smile, if they Google, and I don't remember
Mhm,
right now the research, I can send it later to you and you
mhm.
can upload it. There is the research, so they can read the whole research, so they can do it exactly as the research. So this is the
Okay.
research with the pen and the smile, and they will go immediately and find it. It's easy to find it on Google
What
anyway.
would you what
So
would you, what would you say by yourself if it was be someone that have hard time to smile? How many times should he do this pen exercise?
the research that was done, it was a group of people that they put it and they activated the smile. I don't remember exactly the time, so I don't want to be inaccurate, to be honest, but they activated the happiness inside them, the emotion. So this is what we want. I don't know how fast the time, but it was short. It was very short.
Okay.
I
So
can send you the
tip,
link and put
right?
it underneath the YouTube so everyone will go over there and know the research.
All right, guys, I will post it in the
I will
comment
send
section
it to
below.
you. Yes.
So that's the first tip, and the second tip before we
Ah,
move
the
on.
second tip, it is first of all, you have to do facial massage or you have to do like the imaginary apple. Just the jaw. The jaw is very stressed easily, and the shoulders. It's very, so you can do some relax exercise to relax because all the nerves and the muscles here, you need to relax everything. But there is another tip that I learned it from Andrew Huberman, a
Yeah,
neuroscientist.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yes,
We
and he
posted.
said the double inhale and one long exhale, and I will do it right now. With you, he told us we can do it with the nose or the mouth. I will use the nose. This is just to lower the stress level in real time, actual, because life is happens and stress
Okay,
and emotions are happening. So this is another, and it called physiological sigh. This is the name of this breath.
okay,
If your viewers write it down, physiological sigh. There are many videos about this double inhale, one long exhale.
okay. So it's like
Yes, long. Yes,
long.
yes,
Great,
yes,
great tips. So when it comes to the massage and this kind of thing, morning and evening
yes,
comes to go a long way. So try to, when you wake up in the morning, do some 5 minutes massage on the
yes,
cheek,
yes.
jaw, and then
The jaw.
also try to do like some kind of a
Yes, yes, to relax. Because
yeah.
if you see the distance, the earlobe from the shoulders, it should be the normal length. If you see that you are getting like turtle, how can I say the animal, the turtle? It's getting shorter. That means that you have stress here.
Okay. So that's what we want to focus on. Make sure that you're relaxing your jaw muscle, cheek muscle, and also the muscle around
Yes,
here,
all this
shoulders.
area.
So if you are relaxed there, everything is going to be easier with the smile with Spark for sure. And now we get over to the
Yes.
next point, which is actually the eye contact game.
Oh, eye
So
contact.
tell me about the eye contact game. I know
Ah,
the eye contact is
beautiful.
important.
Yes, eye contact. Eye contact. Let's say that we are in a bar. Now let's change the scenery from the road. We go to the bar or the cafe or the restaurant and we see a beautiful lady and we want to go over there to talk. We have to keep eye contact to show that we're interested, to show that maybe the lady doesn't see us also. Okay, it's normal. Maybe she's eating, whatever, discussing with other friends. For me, okay, we keep the eye contact, but there is two scenarios here. We keep the eye contact and the lady notices us. If she notices and we see that she's keeping eye contact, she smile also, then and we do it sometimes, some let's say 5 seconds, we keep the eye contact, we turn a little bit away our head, then we see that she's looking at us, then this is green light, we go, doesn't matter, we go for the lady to share that I like you, you are beautiful. But if it is a cafe, if it is a bar, it's better to be safe side, just to give her a wine or to ask the waiter what she's drinking. And then, if she returns the head, you go to say hello. If she doesn't, don't go.
Ah, okay, okay. So now there are two ways to see at it actually, basically. So if you're going to use the eye contact game, which is like a gaming thing, like we want to
Mm,
play with the eyes a little bit before we approach, then
yeah.
you're going to look at the girl and create eye contact with her and maintain the eye contact for about 5 to 6 seconds, which can
Mm,
feel forever, but you have to maintain the eye contact for 6 seconds. Then you have to move away to re-engage the eye contact again. And if she
yes,
look at you and maintain the eye contact again, now there is 0 seconds. You just go straight and approach her. Basically,
yes,
that's what you
yes.
want to do. With that said, this is if you want to use the eye contact game. Most people that I'm coaching feel at most comfortable doing the eye contact game before they approach women in the
Mm,
bar or in the club, because it is quite stressful to just don't do any eye contact game at all and just straight go into to a group of women and open up from nowhere. I'm not saying that that is not effective. It works as well, but eye contact game is that part of life. It's part of.
it,
It's almost like a James Bond lifestyle. You
it's
look at her.
flirt.
Yeah,
It's
it's like you're
flirt.
flirting before you approach, and that is such a good way of doing it on night venues like bars and clubs, really. So if you're in a bar and you're going to stay to that same bar all the time, it's not like you're going to go to bar to bar to bar to bar just to approach as many women as possible, but you are there, you're going to enjoy yourself, you're going to enjoy with your friends, and then you want to use the eye contact game. Just look at her 6 seconds, look away, and re-engage the eye contact. And if she is with that game, not until then it is a green go if we're going to play the eye contact game. So have that in mind.
Exactly.
Is that what you meant basically?
Yes, exactly. And since you mentioned it, because maybe the lady it is with another ladies or friends, then one great tip it is just to introduce to say hello to also to the rest of the friends. Not just to go to this lady, just to be polite, because politeness for me it's the key word. Polite to say hello ladies, hello beautiful ladies, and then to go straight away to the lady that he has focus and he likes most. But just he has to be polite, social to the other people, not to turn the back and only to speak to one lady, because then he will be a he for everyone.
Yeah, so basically we have to address the whole group. That's the
Yes, you
thing.
have to
Otherwise, we
address.
become, come across as a little bit awkward in that sense.
Yes, it's
You're only
awkward.
focusing
Yes.
about one. But all in all, but in terms of just the eye contact game, that is six. It's like 6 seconds of intensive eye contact, and
The play,
you
you
just have
play
to
with the
break.
eyes.
Yeah, you
Yes,
have to
yes.
break off, because if you don't break off, you're staring and you don't get the
Mm,
confirmation that she won't, like play the game of eye contact game, which is a good introduction to learn to know each other verbally later. But it goes like 6 seconds, around 6 seconds. You have to break off to re-engage again to see if she want to re-engage again. If you want to do that, basically the game is on. Go up there and introduce yourself.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
All
I
right.
totally agree. You can do like
So
that.
that is a fun game. I would try it out myself. So let's now move on to the next point, which is the head tilt magic.
Mm.
Head tilt for me sounds like you're tilting your head like that. Tell me
Yes,
more
like
about
that.
it.
So head tilt. Also, it's nice if you approach the lady and you say, "Hello, my name is Mike. I find you so attractive. You caught my eyes, and that's why I'm here in front of you. Even if I feel embarrassed or shy, whatever, you can share the truth." And if you see the lady to do the head tilt, this is a green light. It's beautiful. That means that she likes what she hears. So we can have the head tilt to both ways. Also to observe, because a tool, it is to be a good observer, to observe. Yes, of course, I keep eye contact, but I also observe. Is she looking at me? So the observation is the top tool. Okay, let's go. We approach, we say my name, blah, blah. And then when she talks to us, then we can do a slight head tilt. When we listen, we do the head tilt, not when we are talking. This is the difference. Even if it is a job interview, when we talk about our credentials, when we sell speech, we have always the head authoritative, never tilting. But when we are listening, we empathize. We make a slight tilt. If we are men, the women can make it a little bit more.
And that signal will in some way subconsciously goes into the other person's mind, feeling like, wow, this person is paying attention to what I'm saying.
Mm,
This person, we want to give those cues that I'm hearing you, I'm listening to you, I'm interested in what you have to say. But tilting
perfect.
it, representing a lot about what I just said. It's like I'm present, I'm listening. So head tilt when you are listening, basically only when you're listening. And then you said also it's a very good identification, how can I say, a diagnostic tools to see if
Diagnose.
she is listening, because she's doing that, what can I say, subconsciously. She don't think that she's doing it, but when
Mm-mm.
she's listening, she's like doing like that. And then you know,
Yeah,
oh, she's interested to hear what you have to say. So it goes like both ways. It's like you're checking if she actually are
yeah,
listening or want to listen. And
yes,
you're doing this in order to make sure that she feels like you are listening. That is one of the great tools to use to show the other person that you are paying attention. There are other tools as
exactly.
well, but you once told me that this is one of the most powerful tools to use to show the other person that you're listening. Tell me more about
Yes.
why that is, by the way.
Of course, we're talking about head tilt because it is one of the most non-verbal active listening tools to head tilt because you empathize, you listen, you are present, exactly what you said. Because when you approach somebody in any environment, in any situation, you have to be present. I have to be present right now. I cannot think because I'm listening to you. So I have to be present here. Otherwise, there is no flow. I will miss things. I will miss what you are saying. So it's not going to be a congruence between me and you. So I have to be present 100%. Also, when you approach a woman, you have to be present and head tilt when you are listening something, let's say bad news or good news. You have to do this empathize with facial expression, empathize the emotion.
Mm.
So you copy the emotion, you do it, you activate these emotions, and you head tilt that I'm listening to you. I'm interesting. I'm curious to learn more and more. It's very powerful nonverbal cue for active listening, actually.
So,
And
guys, as you heard, this is probably one of the most powerful tool to show the other person that you are listening. The health tilt magic. Use that tool
yeah,
often, and remember, it is truly a scientific backed.
yes,
So give that cue to her that you're actually listening.
exactly. But for
So,
men, it's light. For men, it's light. I want to be not to be too much. For women, it's more. So if they see the women doing it, it's a green light. It's good. It's positive.
so that means that we know that we are on track, basically, like we're
Yes,
doing something right.
exactly.
So let's
Always.
go to the fifth and the last tip, and that might surprise you. We're now going to talk about mirroring. Mirror,
Mm.
mirror, mirror. Some people think that mirroring is to copy the exact movement of the other person, which many times can backfire because it come across as quite artificial. There are pretty obvious things that you can do in order to somewhat copy the other person's movement. So if the other person is really energetic in his movement, you can be slightly more energetic than normal. You don't have to copy his energy level, but you can actually go to your own maximum limit when it comes to showing energy. The same goes when the other person don't have much energy at all. You're just going to copy his energy level to the minimum that you have in order to in some way match his energy level. But trying to copy everything, like when he is scratching his head, you also scratching his head. What I've heard is that sort of less is more of a
Oh.
pseudoscience. It's just way too too much, so to speak. But
Mm.
Roxana, you told me once about the mirroring technique as a diagnostic tool mostly. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I love diagnosing. I love to know how my communication going. If it is whenever negotiation, sales,
Mm.
whatever, wherever, friendship, what I'm sharing, I want to check how what I communicate if it's going well. I want to read the room in one word. I want to read the room. And mirroring helping me to read if the other person is following. That means if I see you or whenever, if I am coaching or talking or whatever, and see the audience, see the people in front of me that they are imitating, I change my position, they move and they change. If I see that they do almost like a synchrony, like an harmony, like a dance, what I'm doing, that means, okay, I'm in the right track. I keep on doing what I'm doing. But if I see that there is disconnect, they don't imitate, it's like this, I'm energetic and they don't, then I have to change because the speaker has to change. The coach has to change it to adapt accordingly. So I adapt.
So
It is
how
a
would you adapt to that situation exactly?
I adapt. I do what you are sharing. For example, either I will start questioning, make questions, open questions. I will engage the audience, or I will bring them on stage, or if it is a coaching one-to-one, or if it is a lady, the questions, it's the first tool that I will stop everything. If it is something hard and difficult, big disconnect, I will stop immediately and I will start asking questions. How you
Completely.
feel, yes, open questions to make the audience to speak, to take it out, to speak.
So
And I would go, yes,
when you're talking about audience, that is also valid for one-on-one, like when we're talking to a
yes,
woman that is disengaged and so on. Because what
yes,
I know is that asking questions is probably one of the most powerful things you can do because you're breaking the self-centeredness and giving it back to the one you're talking to. And once they get engaged, something magic is happening. That's what I saw, have seen many, many times. It's like as long as you're giving the other person the moment of expressing themselves, expressing their ideas, the whole shift normally change in terms of mood and in terms of energy and all that. But there is another interesting thing about mirroring is that many times mirroring is more about making the other person subconsciously mirror
mm,
you. It's not you so much
yes,
mirror the other person. You're going to use tools that makes the other person subconsciously and easy mirror you without even thinking about it. And when I'm talking about mirroring, it's more about making them into your emotional state. So, for
mm,
example, let's say you have this person that are not happy, that in some way are closing her body language and are not very open to talk. Then you're going to put your energy level to the lowest. So you're not going to go and become negative yourself, but you're going to keep it as your lowest because
mm-hmm,
that and then still the lowest is still a positive remaining energy from your side, from my side, but I'm going to put it into the lowest because when I put it into the lowest and I keep getting or keeping there at the lowest and in the same time asking questions as you say, so asking questions and keep my energy level to the lowest, the key point is for her to go up to my level and start
yes,
mirroring my energy and suddenly we go
yes,
from negative into positive. Is that what
yes.
you meant
You
basically?
mean,
That
yeah, yes, you
shift.
did it. That shift, exactly, exactly. And one advice, because you said when you see a locked body language, but about the gate, let's say, let's name it a gate.
Okay.
the gate, it is a lot. It doesn't mean it's not always negative, because
Mhm.
sometimes it helps to think the right and the left brain. So it's good because some people, they are thinking by crossing their hands. So it's not always negative. So there is some myths about body language. We can explain them in another video. But if I see this and I don't know what is it, I can give them a glass of water. I can give them a pen to write something. I can give them a ring. I can do everything just to break the gate, but it doesn't mean that the gate is always negative.
I actually agree with you. I know that there's lots of myths that I probably
Mm.
fall into as well before, but I noticed that many women actually hold their hands like that in order to be, it's almost like a head tilt. It's like they want to do it
Yes.
because they want to pay attention. It's the same thing as the closing the body language by doing this.
Mm.
It's also closing the body language, but on the other hand, that is a clear indication that they want to hear more. So
Yeah.
we are going to talk about that in another episode that we're going to
Yes.
have in the future about the myth of body languages. But yeah,
Mm.
you're right. I've seen many women doing like that, and the clients completely captivate them anyway. So it is, as you said, is might be some sort of a myth. So
Yeah.
what would you be if there would be one extremely important tip to practice mirroring? What would that be? Give
Mm.
us two ways of practicing mirroring.
Yes. As you said in the beginning, it has to be subtle. It cannot be something the same. He scratched the head, I'm going to do like that. No, no, no. If it is like that, it is like, think mirroring as something is fading. Like I see you, for example, doing this. So I'm going to do what you are doing in a fading, in the last position. For example, you take the drink and you drink. For example, let's have a sip. And then you can do not to drink, but you can touch your glass on the table. So it is like the fading, the last ending action. How my action, it will be end. It will be end that I'm going to put my glass on the table. So you just mirror, only you are touching the glass. You don't do the whole drinking portion. So it is like a fading mirroring. You do the end or you do the beginning, whatever, but fading. You don't do the whole part. This is my advice.
Very
For the
subtle, basically very subtle.
subtle.
Yeah, subtle.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and once people guys start practicing this, it goes automatically most of the time, I guess.
If it is automatically, that means that there is a resonate, there is alignment, it's
Mhm.
perfection. It will be alignment in the tonality of the voice, it will be smile, it will be relaxed, you will understand it instantly.
Okay, so that is the first practical tips. What would the second practical tip be?
For mirroring,
Yeah.
for mirroring, it is I observe. I always observe.
Ah,
I observe the feet. I can start from the feet. For example, if I see that the other person, they are crossed, they have crossed the. But okay, if it is a man and a woman, it's different
mhm.
because the woman, she might be crossing her feet because it's more feminine. She can do things like, here is my feet. Can play with the feet. So this is femininity. You can
Yeah, 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 yeah.
don't mirror the feet, but you can have your feet open
Hmm.
like that when you are standing up. When you're standing up and you have the lady in front of you, you can now it's the I'm not. You can have your feet like that,
Yeah,
a little bit open,
yeah.
because the lady subconscious, you are open to conversation. You don't do, and this is another tip. When you first see a lady and you first approach a lady, you don't go direct like that and close, very close to her space. You leave some space and you have a little bit slightly open your legs like that, your feet like that, in order, and a little bit distance. You keep some distance a little bit just to feel the lady safe. Okay, this is another tip, but sorry, I now about mirroring, I see the feet always to see if the lady's her feet, or I mean the person that I am talking, they are having their feet facing to me. That means that they are engaged. This is
Okay.
what I observe, always I observe. Now about mirroring. I'm just watching if they are mirror me. This is for me only for this reason I'm using mirroring. And if I catch myself that I mirror the other persons, then I say, okay, it's not, it's something good is happening to me.
Okay, okay. Because it's probably not you mirroring the other person, it's probably the other person mirroring you. That's what you basically mean.
This is the ideal, but if I am carried away, it's also good to know that I am carried away right now and I mirror the other person. So this is good that I like the other person. It's good.
Yeah.
That means
It's
that I like the other person. That's why I'm staying there.
in neuroscience we call it neurosynchronization in some way. You see,
Yes,
that is the term in
yes,
neuroscience when it comes to how we connect
of
with each other.
course. You're
And that is goes alignment
fine.
with
Yes,
subtle mirroring, not exact mirroring, but subtle mirroring. Also,
yes.
one thing that you guys should definitely practicing is almost like the volume. I used to call it the volume buttons. So if your volume is on 5 and her volume is on 8, you might be able to put it up to 6 or even 7 if you're comfortable with it. You're just going to increase to your maximum comfortable as a comfort level. You're not going to, go over your comfort level, but maximum of your comfort level. And that volume button is not only about the volume of her voice, it's also her emotional state. If her emotional state is like on 1 and you emotional state is on 5 and your body language represent 5, screw the volume button down to 2 maybe. That is like maybe
Mhm.
your lowest comfort level in terms of decreasing your energetic positive emotions. So it's all about this adjustment. You try to adjust
Mhm.
the energy level of the other person. So that is something to consciously think about when you're talking to people, because sometimes you're just going in and become super positive while the other person is like, oh, not that positive. Maybe her dog died yesterday, and then you coming in there with a positive vibe. Not really
Yes.
calibrated. So calibration is basically everything as well. Would you agree about that, Roxani?
Totally, I like it that we have to know, we have to feel ourselves as we are a big piano, and we have to know our dynamics. What is my low tone and what is my high tone in energy? As you exactly what you said. So we are energetic beings, so we have to know the low and the high. So we have it's time to know ourselves. When I want to synchronize with you, I have to see your baseline. Oh, Mike, I am from Mediterranean, so I'm a woman. I'm more like that. You see the color. I'm this style, But I have to be in alignment with you. So I have to stay more quiet, to listen. I have to keep some balance. So this is what I'm trying. I don't know if I have managed it.
So remember also, guys, this is very important, especially in the initial stage. I mean, afterwards, when you get
Yes.
used to each other and all that, the flexibility goes to the roof. But in the beginning, you don't have that much of a flexibility to make not only the absolute first impression, but in somewhat of a lasting first impression. Therefore, it's very important to actually be very calibrated, because if you don't know the person, the other person will not be that flexible. So it's very important to be very to calibrate very good in that sense of the volume buttons we're talking about, to get that synchronization, the alignment,
Mhm.
that we feel like we get each other and we are similar. So that is like the similarity effect that takes in place. Very, very good stuff, actually.
I like Mike exactly what you said about the volume. It was very people will understand it very clearly. Yes, we have to tune in the other person. Let's put it to tune in. So tune
Tune in.
in, volume, that's it.
Very good. It's quite simple, and yet so many people don't do it. So make sure that you're the one that are doing it. So that was 5 tips. And before we're going to
Hmm.
end this podcast, we're going to have more in the future, but this podcast will end quite soon. I just want to mention to you guys that Roxiane is actually not only someone who is an expert in micro expressions. She's actually a trainer for TED speakers. You probably have seen TEDx quite often. A lot of famous people come into TEDx, professors, very successful entrepreneurs, psychologists, very high professional people come into TEDx, talking about what they are doing, what they're thinking about things, what they're thinking about the world, what about the work they're doing, and so on. And Roxiane is a trainer for those people to actually manage to stay on the stage in a big event like TEDx. So she have a lot of merit, a lot of knowledge behind what she is saying. She have researched a lot of things, not only of what's working, but what is like the optimal way of doing things. That is also a very big difference between the optimal way of doing things and just the standard way of doing things. And if I know you correctly, you're always searching for optimization.
Yes, exactly. And do you know the challenge always it is because each person it is as you we shared before we go live about personalization and tailor-made because this is exactly what you do with your coaching because each person is different. We
Yeah.
are not all the same. We are different. So you have to find for each person how to optimize his or her potential. No, but you say some basic things okay that is they have to know and to
Mhm.
deal with but each person is different so each talk is different so each time it's a tailor-made costume for this particular TEDx person for this event so it's different each time for each one of the speakers it's not the same.
For my own coaching, I used to say that when you are in the beginning level, you all have to absorb the basic stuff because you need to
Yes,
have some kind of a foundational ground to stand on that is
yes.
rooted in pure scientific research that has been made practical. But when it comes to the intermediate stage, that is when this tailor-made training starts because everyone is different. Some people are extroverted, some people are introverted, some people have experience about things that help them to maybe open up to strangers and so on. They might not need strong training about approach anxiety, while another introvert might be terrible doing it. So there are different kind of sticking points, different kind of hurdles to get over. And I used to say that is not until the intermediate stage where people actually divide. People need different training. Is that also
Yes,
what you meant?
yes, yes, exactly. Yes, the basic is the basic. Yes, everybody has to know. All of us we are doing public speaking with our colleagues, our as a parents, whatever. We do public speaking every day, anytime. That's why we need your skills, your social skills that you are sharing to the people. It's necessary these days, especially most. And then when you are upgrading, your level is higher. You need personal training for sure. Personal training, 100%.
Yeah, that's why one-on-ones is so valuable for the vast majority of those that want to go from beginner level to really advanced level. Like it's almost impossible to get into an advanced level practically if you don't have the backup of someone who really knows what he's doing, like a a trainer that is really good. It's so important to have that support and the tailor-made training because in communication is very broad and you cannot be an expert in everything, but you
Mm.
can be a person that understands where the actual sticky points are. So you don't have to focus about things that you don't need to improve that much and still focusing about those things that, oh, that will make a big difference because if you can manage this, you can also manage that part and that part and that part. And only an experienced trainer can actually help people to in some way reveal what is it that is actually needed. So
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. So before we end up this podcast, if you guys want to have training in micro expression, and we gave you a couple of tips here now, but if you really want to nail this, not only about what you are saying and how you're saying it, but also giving off those right cues in order to really succeed, Roxiani is an expert in it. So if they want to contact you, Roxiani, how would they contact you? How
So
would they find you?
I will, yes, it is. They can contact me through email. I have a vivid profile on LinkedIn, Roxani Oikonomou. I will send you the link. And they can email me. They can find me through social, but I'm more active in LinkedIn, to be honest, over there.
Okay.
Or I have a channel on YouTube, the School of Body Language in Public Speaking. They can reach me also over there. I'm doing micro expressions, small short videos.
All right, all right. So guys, I'm going to put her contact details in the description of this video. So if you want to learn this, go to the description and you have her contact details there. And Roxani, we are looking forward to hear more for you in the next episode.
Thank you so much. So nice and grateful and gratitude for inviting me here. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.